So one of my subbies from YouTube put me on this video, right, of black men laughing at black women, talking about how black women weren't dependent on black men, that they felt like they could do things on their own because they had food stamps and government assistance. And now they're not going to have no government assistance or no food stamps. So now they're going to have to depend on a black man again to take care of them. And essentially, black women are going to be at the mercy of black men because there's no EBT. They're not going to be able to eat and, take care of their kids and all of that other stuff. And so I was thinking to myself, like, when exactly in history, at least it's definitely since I've been alive, have black women depended on, been able to rely solely on black men for support and finances? That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know, when has that occurred? Does anybody know of a time that that's occurred? I don't know any. Anytime in history, it was black women and black men doing things together or black women making it happen. But black women relying strictly on black men to provide everything for them never was a thing. So I'm confused. But anywho, let me tell you, I'm sorry I'm eating. Let me tell y'all. So I go and I look up the stats, right? Because I'm thinking, black men are telling black women that they don't have their jobs because of the government shutdown, if they're federal employees or whatever, or they're black women that may be poor, that may be on EBT or TANF or whatever. And I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, all right, so let's see. Because when we talk about the black community and we talk about like black people being more likely to live in poverty than others, I'm thinking to myself, like, do y'all think that only applies to black women? Or does that apply to black men as well? Like, so I go and look up, okay, y'all, and lo and behold, do I find out that there are more black men living in poverty than black women? Did y'all know that? Did y'all know that? Do you know that 19 to 20% of black men are living below the poverty line compared to 16.8% of black women? Huh? So my thing is, if you are living in poverty more than the women in your community, what the f is you talking about? Y'all the ones that's gonna be giving up the pussy for EBT because y'all ain't got none no more. You know what I'm saying? So that is what has me totally confused about this whole situation. And oftentimes I really do think that when black men say these things, that are they not aware of the fact that black women are the most employed race of women? Like, they work more than women compared to women of other races. Because why? Because black women, oftentimes don't have anyone to depend on. So I have no idea why this isn't something that's known. Let's see here. Somebody is in the request box. I think they'll only be up here for a second, honestly. Literally, 1 second. You have something to say?
Yeah, I'm taking a shit right now.
Oh, I got you. And I tell you what, I think your mother was taking one too when she had you. You know that? Honestly, I really wish that, like, the white tea people, the children of the chalk, like, y'all would really get a freaking grip. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you know how immature it has to be that that's the only thing that you wanted to do? Do you know that if you really wanted to irritate me, that it would be better if you tried to debate me? You know what I'm saying? Like, I would, that would be better to do that than to do that, because all I'm going to do is block you. I already knew you was on some BS, but I thought that you might be willing to debate, but I guess not. Okay, so let me block you. All right, you have a great day. And then let's see here. Know yourself too. I'm going to block you too. Goodbye. All right, so I blocked both of them. And let's see here. Yeah, it's just crazy. You know what? I find that the people that I really make the most mad are like white men and black men. It's normally those two. And normally white men get mad because they feel like I'm supposed to side with them or something like that because I'm talking about black men, which will never happen. I could feel whatever I feel about black men, but that would never make me get on your side. Okay? But anyway, what I really want to talk about, like I said, is the point that with all of these disgusting videos that I've seen, black men making about the EBT, people not getting their benefits for November, is what I saw was, what I'm trying to say. I saw black men talking about, hey, we're bringing back the $40 kitty cat. There's going to be so many women selling their bodies now that we're going to be able to get access to having intercourse with them by paying them $40 because they're going to be so broke and destitute and need to feed their children. Do you know how gross that is? Do you know how gross that is? That you are hoping that the women in your community who don't even get the majority of food stamps, mind you, but you're waiting for them to be destitute to where they have no choice or where you think they'll have no choice but to offer their bodies up to you to feed their kids. I just want to keep it real. Like, honestly, let me say this, honestly. If I was a single woman, right, and I was on EBT, right, and I needed to feed my kids, I promise you, I will become a stick-up kid every day of the week, okay, before I ever in my life let you nignogs have the pleasure. Honestly, I would never. I would get my shiesty, my Nike Tech, and you know what, okay, and get to work, boy. All right? Honestly, okay? Run me them pockets. Get down or lay down. Oh, my goodness. Lay down right now. For real. For real. And I really mean it. I really, really mean that. Yuck. Okay? You know what? I remember back when I used to do hair and I was doing this girl's hair. She was a dancer. And she was like, oh, yeah, dance. She was telling me about dancing and like the good things about dancing and the bad things about dancing. And she was talking about how like, when she dances for, I'm not even gonna say the race of person because I don't want it to seem like I'm trying to be funny. But they're not black and they're not white tea, at least not Caucasian white tea. I'll just leave it at that. She starts talking about how, like, when she lap dance for them, they be stinky and stuff like that. And she just has to, like, close her eyes and just think about, getting paid for the dance. So imagine what you're dealing with when you're being intimate with these people that are trying to pay you $40. Like, honestly, I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine. Like, I honestly believe the risk of being imprisoned for, you know what I'm saying, running people's pockets is just a better option if you, let me stop. I'm not condoning any type of crime. I'm just saying for, what is this? This is just a hypothetical situation, okay? Hypothetically speaking. Okay, but anyway, let me go over here to Gabrielle. Go ahead, Gabrielle, sis, and hey, good morning. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing well. Good morning. I really did want to weigh in on the prompt because I actually have seen a few of the videos you're talking about on my FYP of them like laughing about it and thinking it's a joke. And it's like, this is why I do not care when stuff happens to them, whether it's with law enforcement or any other stuff, because the grace that is often given to them is not reciprocate. Like the fact that they hear no EBT, no food stamps, no SNAP. I think, what is it, Saturday? I think November 1st is when it's supposed to start. But the fact that they hear that and their first thing or their first reaction is to celebrate and say that, oh, BOK women are going to be in distress so we can actually exploit them, because that is exactly what they're saying. Like, they're basically saying they think that BOK women are not going to have the resources to eat food, which is a necessity to live. They're saying that and thinking it's a good thing and saying, oh, we can exploit them now. And Yeah, I mean, Kelly, you're right. Like, the kids are going to be impacted by this, but we know there are a lot of them who take advantage of kids or who will date single moms to try to get to their kids. So it's like any male who is saying this is a predator, and any male who is agreeing with it is a predator. And this is why, and I get that it's controversial to say that I don't care about stuff that happens to them when it comes to the police, but like, I literally do not care because they do not care when it's something that they think impacts BLK women. And a lot of them are not doing, so well either. I mean, a lot of them are struggling with AI taking out a lot of like manual labor jobs. A lot of them are struggling in general. So it's not like they're, living high off the hog, objectively speaking. Another thing, like with the whole, I'm sure you saw the reports, I think it was like a few weeks ago, saying that I think 300,000 BLK women lost jobs. I saw a lot of BLK males also celebrating that and, saying pretty much the same stuff they're saying now about EBT and SNAP. And this is why I really just think a lot of BLK males are objectively not great people, and they don't deserve our grace or our empathy when something happens to them, because it's never going to be reciprocated. And they are openly showing with what they're saying about the SNAP and the EBT that they are predators, that they would take advantage of BLK women, and they're just salivating and just lying in wait like vultures for an opportunity to sexually take advantage of BLK women. Like, this really just says it all. But I'm rambling, so I'll just land my plane there.
All right, all right, all right. I got you, Gabrielle. I wanted to respond to before I block this person, Aunt B Israel. You're probably a Hebrew Israelite, which means that you're already mentally unstable. That's number one. But number two, the fact that because you said that you didn't see these videos, that I'm lying or somebody's trying to create a wedge. There are plenty of videos like that. You can go to YouTube, you can go here to TikTok and do a query search, and you can find plenty of black men laughing at it. So just because you haven't seen it, which I believe that you have seen it, doesn't make it not true. And that's what's disgusting. Like, you literally heard two black women, me and Gabrielle, say that we saw it, but now all of a sudden we didn't see it. So why don't you go and focus on those men and their lives that they're saying these things and go counsel them? That's all I'm saying is get out of here. You know what? You're a loser and you're a lame. And I sent you a request to come in the box, which you didn't do. And I'm not about to have a discussion with somebody that's too cowardly to stand on what they're saying. But you have the day that you deserve. Goodbye. You're getting blocked right now. So let me go ahead and block you. Bye-bye. Have a great day. I don't care what you can show me. Adios. 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 And it's real crazy. Like honestly, like I said, one of my subbies sent me a video of a black man laughing about the EBT and talking about how, brothers, it's your time to shine. These women aren't going to be able to feed their families, so you're going to be able to get $40 vagina and all of this type of stuff, which is disgusting. Like, honestly, like I said, and just like somebody said in the comments, I forgot who said it. Anybody that is selling their body parts for $40, I don't care how hard times are. That's probably some kitty cat you want to question anyway. Oh my goodness. Like I said, I just find it disgusting. And the fact that there are, oh yeah, and like I said earlier, he said that like black women have been turning down good black men and not being with them because they felt like they could make it on their own and they felt like they could pay their own bills, but now they'll have to rely on us again. And that's already historically incorrect. But my thing is that if you have to wait till a woman is at her weakest before she would even entertain you at all, means that you're not that guy. If you had something to offer as a man, you wouldn't have to wait till the woman is at desperation point for her to even look your way. And I you know what I'm saying? If you're a good guy or whatever, however term you want to make it, if you're a decent male human being, women will probably be attracted to you, and then they might not need you. They don't need your money. They don't need this, that, and the third. So it's like, if a woman's only willing to holler at you, then come on now, what are we really talking about? You know what I'm saying? But like I said earlier, what I really wanted to say out of all of this is the fact that black men are laughing at black women potentially not having EBT when they live more in poverty than black women do? Just so that y'all know that the rates of black men who live in poverty are higher than the rates that black women live in poverty. So what are we talking about? Y'all the ones probably getting the EBT the most. And if you're not, you're definitely still living in poverty at a rate higher than black women. So how dare the poor brokies try to say something about black women? That doesn't make any sense. It's just the same way when they were talking about evictions. Oh, black women are the most evicted. Black women. Then you look up the stats for men, and guess who's the most evicted male? Black men. Black men are the most evicted male. So it's like, really, anything that you ever try to say about black women, if you look at the stats and you get out your feelings, you'll always find that black men are either higher or right on the level of black women. So really, what are you laughing at, punk? What you laughing at, sucker? What really? Why are you laughing? Okay. We love Spice. You said, but y'all always gonna defend them. Who are you? We love Spice. You're already a cornball. Cause who are you talking to? And the fact that you got Ice Spice as your profile, I always thought it's very weird when people pedestalize strangers and make them as their icons. Like, that's like really, I want you to know that's really lame behavior. Like, and you need to do something about that. Put your own picture up there. Why in the world would you pedestalize another woman? She don't know you. Why would you do that? Do you understand how much of a loser that makes you when you do things like that? Anyway, let me go up here to Chilotam. Go ahead, Chilotam. I'm gonna block that person. Hold on.
Hi, Triggered. Good morning. Hi,
Hey,
Danny.
good morning.
Hi, everyone in the chat. Yeah, I've been seeing this thing in the news and even online on Twitter, and I just think it's a reflection of I don't even know if to say it's like a problem with the low literacy rates, because anybody who is sensible knows that, SNAP benefits, EBT, and all of that. Black women are not the biggest recipients for that. That's one. Two, these things are also in place for, veterans, people living with disabilities, kids, like the less privileged in society. And even whitey people, like, imagine my surprise finding out that and I don't mean this in a weird way, but like, they are usually the biggest recipients of it as well. And it's even gotten to the point where people are like, okay, whitey people need to start fighting back because apparently I don't think that they knew that SNAP and EBT were the same thing. So they were all for cutting the benefits. And it's just, I'm so weakened by this whole thing because, when you defend stuff like this, like helping the less privileged, people will call you the C word. I don't know if we can say that on TikTok, like, how do you say, schmommunists, right? They call people like that's more communists or socialists. And it's just like, every other developed country in the world has a system in place to help their less privileged, So I just don't understand why it's a flex to laugh at people who are affected by all these things. And I don't think people even know how much of a ripple effect this is as well. Like, if food banks can't afford food, grocery prices are going up, airports are what do you call it now? I think flights are being delayed. Like, it's going to affect everybody in one way or the other. This is like a gosh, I don't know how to say what I want to say, but I don't know if you understand my point. Like, it doesn't, everybody is like one job away, or let's say one, I guess, fire away from being unemployed and, needing government assistance. So to me, it's just a matter of common sense, and it comes off as very weird and elitist to me, because there's a lot of people who are actually being affected by this. So using it as a gotcha moment is so low.
I think the host is on mute, or
Oh, sorry. I thought I was just talking. Thank you so much for Chilotam. I definitely agree with you. Thanks, Gabrielle, for letting me know. And you can go ahead, 100.
Hi guys.
Hey.
I just reading the prompt. Yeah, I don't understand why they do that. It's hurtful, and I've been like listening to other panels and try to give my 2 cents or whatever about you know both of us, black men and women, taking accountability, and it not being just blamed on black women. But what I'm seeing is a lot of black men are gloating because they think, oh, you're not no EBT. Well, I mean, to be fair, there's not too many. The majority of people in EBT isn't black women. So, but the fact that they think that it says a lot about them. But that they would be even laughing about it says even more about them. That at the end of the day, you're still talking about children won't be able to eat, children being put out in the streets, because that they're with their mothers. And about the $40, oh Jesus, okay. I'm so disheartened, and I don't know how young girls, how you gonna pick anybody, because I don't know. It's really sad out there. I understand why a lot of women are just celibate and just taking time. Do that. Take time to find yourselves, and don't invest everything in these guys. I mean, I just I'm just speechless. I guess that's where right now I'm just speechless to hear how much I didn't know how much they hated us. I didn't know, but now I know, and it's really sad. It's really sad. That's all I have to say.
All right. I got you. 100. I appreciate you, sis. Yeah. Let me go up here to K Love. Go ahead, K Love.
Hello, good morning to you all. Reading your prompt was so disheartening because I've seen this and I've heard men say it like just in passing on TikTok and other social platforms. But what's saddening me more than they're just saying that about women is the fact that they would say that about anybody, and the fact that they would connect, you know, any type of kitty cat to this type of grave atrocity against people that can't afford to feed themselves. And we're talking about veterans and elderly people and children and just so many Americans that this is going to affect. So to have a heart that you would take the time to mock such a hard time, it is insane. And not thinking about how crime will grow up, how many people would be affected by this. Like, it's so disturbing, extremely disturbing that this is what they would go to, you know. And we're already not protected, and so to see this, it just shows where the mind state of a lot of people. And I wouldn't even say, someone else said that it was comprehension. I think it shows a lack of humanity, because for you to be a human and laugh at someone else's pain just shows the state of your character, you know?
All right, I got you, K Love. I mean, I definitely think that you made some good points for sure. I think that, like I said, not all you guys made great points. The only thing that I just want to keep reiterating is, because I want everybody that may come across the live to hear this. More black men live in poverty than black women. That is a statistical fact. If you do not believe me, look it up. You will find out that I am indeed correct. Most of the time when black men are laughing at something that black women are experiencing, they're going to experience it too, but they're just too stupid to realize that. So it's like, how are you going to laugh at some black women not getting EBT or not being able to eat or not being able to provide for themselves when you're in the same situation? I just don't understand it. And somebody said that in the comments, which I agree with, that when have black men been a safety net for black women collectively? When has that ever been the case? No, more black men live at the poverty line than black women. So you do more research. Like, and I mean, I can just show it to you guys, like on my computer, on my laptop, so that everybody can see that. I'll just read it right here. Here it is. It says in 2022, 19 to 20% of black men were living below the poverty line compared to 11% of all men. Okay. So that's the percentage of black men in poverty. Now let me go over here to the percentage of black women in poverty. In 2023, 16.8% of black women lived in poverty. So what does that tell you? Oh, okay. It tells you that more black men live in poverty. So what are we talking about? Get it right. Anywho, as I was saying, I think that, like I said earlier, anything that black men attempt to put on the black women, like the eviction rate, black women getting evicted and getting evicted. But then you look at who's the most evicted man, then it's black men. They like to compare themselves to us, but not realizing that if they compare themselves to other men, they are always on the bottom themselves. And that is something to think about. And like I was saying earlier, before that person threw me off with saying what they were saying, is that when have black men collectively been able to be, like the person said in the comments, a safety net for black women? When have black women been suffering or been in trouble or been experiencing things and they were able to go to black men and black men were to solve it? And they say, oh, we got this. We gonna do this, that, and the third. Never. It's never happened. It's never happened on any large scale. So those are things to think about as well. So I just feel like, what are you laughing for? Ain't nothing funny. Because everything that you are hoping is going to happen to black women is going to happen to you. It's not like it's not. You know what I'm saying? Oh my goodness! I just added somebody else by mistake. I'm gonna drop
Hey,
you.
it's no hard feelings, sis. I'll drop down if you want.
Oh no, it's okay. I thought that you were gonna troll me. I don't mind hearing differing perspectives. Go ahead. I'll start your timer for you.
Okay. So
Okay.
to answer the prompt there, I don't think it's really hostility towards every BLK woman, of course. I think that some of the men have been through the experience of being told they're not needed or they're not wanted or they're not worth anything because there's always the government there to take the place. The government is the BLK woman's husband, her man. It's always supporting her. So I think some of the men are kind of, I guess, laughing about I don't want to sound malicious, but the fact that women are being cut off by their husband right now. Like you traded us, not us, not you, but you traded us in for the government. And now the government's like, psych, I just wanted to destroy the black family. Thanks for helping me. Goodbye now. So we're laughing at that, not necessarily at black women themselves. None of us are malicious towards black women. And I think black women are taking a lot of this much more seriously than they should, so.
May I ask a
I'll
question?
just say just one second. I'll just say this. I really wish that a lot of times, like black men like yourself, instead of being, because what you said is an act of violence towards black women because it's not true. White women make up the largest percentage of people that are getting assistance from their husband, the government. But if you notice, white men never speak and say anything about these type of things. That's number one. So black women are not at a large percentage of women that are on government assistance. That's number one. Number two, when you talk about black men were not in the house because of government assistance, that's also not true either. And these things are very important to note because you guys run with a narrative that is not rooted in any type of fact at all. And
Do
then
you
what
think
you
it's
said
time
about, just one
for,
second, and then
okay,
also what you said about black men not being needed or wanted. And so now black men are happy because they went to, I will tell you this, is that if black women felt like they would rather go to the government, right, for assistance than want or need a black man, that says way more of a representation of you all than it says about black women. Because if a woman would rather get EBT or TANF for something like that than to have one of you around, then that means that you are good for nothing, respectfully. Because no woman is going to say, hey, I don't want to be with this good black man that's going to pay all the bills, that's going to treat me like a queen, that's
do
going to
you
take
see
care of
how
our
you're
kids
putting
and
me
raise a
down
family.
already?
Please stop it. Nobody's going to do that. Nobody's going to turn down a man like that.
You
So if
just said we're
women,
good for
please don't
nothing,
do that.
man.
Please don't do that. Please don't interrupt me. Don't make me drop you. Please have some self-control and some emotional regulation. As I was saying, no woman is going to turn down a black man like that. And it's really just that simple. And I'd say this all the time is that you guys are worthless individuals and human beings. And that's the reason why these women are rejecting you. They're not rejecting you for the government. They're not rejecting you for this, that, and the third. You are not viable candidates for marriage or partnerships or relationships or anything of that nature. So if you feel like you have to laugh at a woman because she's at her worst, because when she when she was doing her thing, she didn't need you. Like I said, that says a lot more to you. And just like the guy that just came up here is like, you're emotionally unregulated. You're calling yourself Mr. Whiskers as a grown man. That already lets me know that you're not mentally there. And then you can't control yourself. You keep unmuting yourself. I let you speak. I didn't interrupt you, but you couldn't even control yourself not to interrupt me. These are the unruly Negroes that I'm talking about. These are the Negroes that will knock your teeth out and then say, why don't you want the black man? Because I don't want my teeth to be laying on the floor. Because if you can't control yourself in the life, I know you can't control yourself in your personal life either. And these, once again, proving my point, these are the reason why the women don't need you and don't want you. Okay? Because EBT and TANF isn't going to knock your teeth in. Oh my goodness. K-Love, you had something to say. Let me go down. Go ahead, K-Love. Was that K-Love that I
Yeah,
muted? Go ahead.
that was me because I was so appalled at him saying that they're just making a joke out of it. When people talk about black men being massively incarcerated or any, brutalized by, unjustly by the police or anything like that, Black women do not come on the internet and say, yeah, that's what they get. Even if we've had negative interactions with Black men, we do not celebrate, any type of mistreatment of them. We don't even talk about it in a funny way because nothing's funny about it. And so for any adult, any human, especially Black men, to make jokes about $40 kitty is just disgusting. And it shows what type of person you are. And for him to get up on this panel and say that something that is way beneath the poverty line, let's say for hypothetically someone was getting services from the government. It's so the amount of money is so scarce. I know that it's under $1,000. I don't know exactly how much it is monthly, but like they can barely even survive off of that without other subsidies and other help from other people. So for you to say that someone would put themselves in a position of struggle on purpose to not be with you shows that you don't have any critical thinking skills. Because that sounds, I just can't even fathom how he put that into thought. And he came up here with such confidence to say that. So you're gonna make fun of somebody going through something because you think they don't want you? I just can't even believe he got up here and said that. It's just crazy.
I'm so happy that he came up here and said it, to be honest, is because I try to tell people all the time that there are a lot of Black men out there that are truly disturbed psychopaths and that they want nothing more than to see Black women suffer because they're not able to secure the women of their fantasies or Black women that they really like. I'm always glad when they expose themselves like that. And a lot of time it's those like monotone weirdos that want to be like Kevin Samuels, which is the reason why that man probably had that AI picture of a cat with a suit on, because, Kevin Samuels is the man of his dreams. You know what I'm saying? And first of all, let me respond quickly to somebody in the comments before I block them. I think their name is VJ, who keeps talking about like, let's bring back Black women selling their vaginas and stuff like that. Okay, well, let's start with your mama first. Okay, let's start with your mama. Because that's the only reason why you here is because your mama couldn't get to the clinic in time. So why don't we start with your big, bald-headed, bucky-headed, big back mama? We'll start with her, who's built like a bag of bricks and a suitcase that you take to the airport, okay? You know them big square pieces of luggage, just like that. No, your mom is actually not financially stable, because if your mom was financially stable and also mentally stable, she wouldn't have created a loser lame like yourself that's over here in the comments attempting to troll women with an AI cartoon picture. So no, your mother actually failed. She failed. She failed us and she failed you. But with that, I'm gonna go ahead and block you. All right, goodbye. Go brush your teeth. Go brush your teeth. All right. So if that guy responds again, he's gone. I just want y'all to know. I blocked him. He's out of here. Okay, so let me go up here. Oh wait, I gotta go down here to Gabrielle because I think she has something to say, and then I'll go up there to Victoria. Okay, go ahead, Gabrielle.
Yeah, I just think it's interesting that since this live has started, there have been several males who have really come in here and literally proved your point and proved the point of like all the other ladies on the panel and in the chat. I mean, at the end of the day, they know what they are. Like, it's crazy that Mr. Whiskers guy came up here and was, trying to justify it and say, oh, it's because BLK women want the government to be their daddy, like that is, or their husband. I think he said that is completely ridiculous. I mean, at the end of the day, historically speaking, if BLK males wanted to be in the home, they would have been in the home. They just did not want to do it. They did not think that it was worthy for them to spend their lives devoting their time to their wives and children. But they still wanted to, do what they wanted to do, which, is on them. But it's like when males come in here and, say that, oh, I haven't seen the videos, or that's not true. It's like, no, they know exactly what they are. They know what they're doing. And at the end of the day, they genuinely, as many of the ladies in the chat have said, they do not like women. They do not like BLK women. And they are just, as I said earlier, lying in wait. I have been in so many red pill spaces where they denigrate women having jobs, careers, any kind of financial security and independence, and all of that ties into what we're seeing with them celebrating, the loss of EBT and SNAP. And we just saw, like, in the chat, there was another male talking about like $40 kitty cat. It's like, these males, they are vultures. Like, they are below the bottom of the barrel. Like, seriously, like what we're seeing from them, this is what they are. This is what they think about BLK women, and I don't think, we should really forget this, because when something happens to them, when they get into it with a police officer, they're going to want people protesting on the front lines for them. I'm saying, for me personally, I do not care. I literally don't care, because I know I know what they think, how they think about women, and a lot of them are predatory. And as you were saying, host, psychologically disturbed. And as Gigi Cam Bam just said in the comments, absolutely correct. They do want to prey, take advantage, abuse, and destroy BLK women and BLK little girls. They do not care. Like, they are actively rooting for this. Like, they would rather live under a Trump presidency and see more women fall into poverty than, live under, I don't know, like a Harris presidency and see like the middle class rise. Like, they are genuinely disturbed and objectively bad people, and they don't deserve sympathy or empathy when something goes wrong in their lives. And I will forever stand on that. So yeah, thank you. I just wanted to throw that out there, and I will land my plane.
All right. I got you, Gabrielle. Let me go up here to Victoria. Go ahead, Victoria.
Good afternoon, lovely ladies. I just wanted to come on here and say that I wanted to talk about them saying bring back the $40 kitty. Let me just let you all of you guys know this, okay? Many SMEX workers won't even see BLK men. If you go in your pages, you can Google it, you can look online in your cities, and it says no BLK men, no AA men, no AA men at all. And a lot of on 304 Talk get on here all the time, and they talk about how they're not even viable clients. They can't even pay for it, okay? And if you go down the listings and look at the girls who are saying it, a lot of them, it's all women, YT, BLK, Brazilian, Puerto Rican. They're all, if they are SMEX, they're like, no, we don't even want them as clients. From the high class ones to the ones, from the ones who charge $250 to the ones that charge $2,500. They cannot get appointments. I have a friend that is a high class SMEX worker here in Boston. And let me let you know right now, she shows me, nope, cannot. And where they review their clients, they have little private things where they do that. And if the phone number comes up, it'll say, oh, can't see BLK guy. So they're really the bottom of the barrel in all intersections of life. And they know it, which is why they try to project. I'm 46 years old. I'm single with no children, very well educated. I live in Boston, which is very expensive. Let me tell you right now, the women who do date BLK men here in Massachusetts, they have to house them. They can't afford to live here. at all, where the average rent for a studio apartment is 3,000 plus. And to get Section 8 or anything like that, you have to have been formerly incarcerated for men. And those lists are long because I've worked in the nonprofit space. And you have to, the women get them, women and children, of course, but they don't get services here like that. That's why most of them are homeless, or they're bouncing around with a plastic bag from place to place with a PlayStation. With the PlayStation, socks, and bodega wife beaters. Most of them. Their best bet for them to be is in jail making license plates, because at least they know they'll get 3 square meals a day and they'll have heat in the wintertime. Boston is no joke. You play up here. Let me tell you something. They have no home, which is why, and they're so tired and their trope is so disgusting. Every time any one of them, I barely speak to them now because I'm divested from hood culture and all of that to stay away from them. But let me tell you something.
I'll give you 1 more minute, Victoria.
Okay, let me just tell you this. I always tell them, if you would just get your lease in your name, maybe you wouldn't have so many babies. You're a baby daddy and have so many babies because you never wanted to pay market rent, bum. That's all you have to say to them, because they were going from house to house to make those babies just to have a roof over their head. So when they talk about, women, black women selling it, they sell it for a roof over their head. That's why they get babies. And thank you for your time.
All right, no problem, Victoria. And I just wanted to say, for anybody that questions anything that Victoria said as far as the sex workers not wanting, ex-sex workers not wanting to have black men as clients, that's very well known. I've watched several documentaries on sex workers where they've talked about that. And I'm talking about women of all races, black women, Hispanic women, white Hispanic women, black women, all of them say the same thing. And right now, if you need even more concrete proof of that, if you go to google.com right now and you look up the query term prostitutes don't service black men, you will see several articles, some from the Medium, the Velvet Room, She Single Magazine, English Collective of Schmostitutes, the Black Youth Project, and a lot of other articles where they talk about the fact that black men are oftentimes extremely violent towards sex workers, do not pay, try to strong arm them, try to then be like a gorilla schmimp, and a whole bunch of other things. So now where women that are already in a risky profession cannot take the added risk on of servicing a black man. That is indeed a fact. So that should let everybody know right there. Because it's not like the other men can't do anything to you. But if you know that it's an even higher risk of black men doing something to you, that says a lot. Yeah. And like I said, it is a fact. So let me go up here to Pagan, and I'll set your timer for you, Pagan sis, and then I'll go over here to Major Flips after that. Go ahead, Pagan.
Alrighty, yeah, and I've seen those videos, and it's so sad because I'm willing to bet a lot of those guys are the ones that be talking about community, but yet you're literally sitting here laughing at the fact that your community is quite losing, a way for them to eat. Because one thing what a lot of people fail to realize is that people who are on some type of government assistance, they do work. They have to work. And I'm going to speak for myself. I lost my Medicaid, which is the health insurance portion, through county because I quote unquote make too much money. And they said that I made too much money throughout the year, that they should have been cut it. And they actually approved me for food stamps. However, I only get $24, right? Well, supposed to get $24 when the government decide they want to open back up and whatnot. I don't even qualify for to pay out of pocket health insurance either. So I don't get why they think that's funny that people are losing, their way to not only eat, but to also go to the doctor and get health insurance and stuff like that. That is so sad. And they're the first ones that be talking about, that children need a man in the house. And it's like, what good is a man going to be in the house if both of y'all are poor? What exactly are you going to provide that she wasn't providing when you wasn't there? Because I know this generation of women, before they ever go groveling back to say, man, they're going to make something work and build community with each other, because that's one thing a lot of women know how to do it's built relationships outside of romantic relationships, and you have some men that just can't seem to fathom that relationships exist outside of romance and smecks and stuff like that. And it's sad that you feel that the government has to come in and basically take take resources away from women in order for them to even want to look at you in the first place. That says a lot about you, that you're that much of a loser that you have to have laws that basically force women to be with you. Like, that's something's wrong there.
All right, I got you, Pagan, and definitely agree. All right, let me go up here to Major Flips. Let me start your timer. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, how you doing? Thanks for letting me up. I'm just trying to understand this topic right here. Why do you feel like black men are attacking the woman with EBT? Because I don't see this going on. I feel like this is an attack.
Okay, well then if you feel like that, then I can't help you because I've seen several videos and so have a lot of the other women on the thing. So like you can either take that we're telling the truth or you cannot take it. Either way, it's okay. But I'm not going to debate with you about something that I saw. So I saw it and I find it to be problematic that black men who are the poorest here and that live even more so at the poverty line than black women would be laughing at anybody. Because it would seem like you would need to step your cookies up and do something with yourself before you ever would laugh at anybody. So, yeah, it's problematic for sure.
So you really think a black man wakes up in the morning and makes a video about EBT in the black
I've
community?
seen videos about it today. So what are you talking about? So I think,
This is cap.
so I know.
This is cap.
Okay, it's not cap, and it's not
Ain't no
cap the
black
same
man
way.
waking up worried
Okay,
about
let me
no
say something. You wake up every day and make them lame lives that you do talking about black women every day, goofball. You the same Negro that I'm talking about. You do it every day. So what are you talking about? You do it every day.
thousands of views. You're
Every
right.
day you do, exactly. Every day, thousands of views abusing black women, talking about black women, putting down black women as you sit there with your big googly eye behind. Yeah, exactly. Because what happens? What gets views? Bashing black women. Because anytime black
This
women
black
try to talk
woman,
about
man.
anything,
Where's the proof?
unmute yourself again. Unmute yourself again. I dare you. Unmute yourself again. Let me go ahead and block you. You have a
You're an
great
angry
day.
black woman.
You don't matter of fact, don't have a
You're
great day.
angry, man.
You
Calm
just about to
down.
get blocked. Hold on, let me block you.
Calm
Hold
down.
on, hold on.
You could have blocked me 10 years ago.
Block,
You're
block,
lame.
block, bye. And who is this? MS Spreads, are you talking to me? Was you talking to? Because you can get blocked too. Was you talking?
What is your problem?
Okay, I got you. I'm not going to tell you what is my nothing. You just getting blocked. Bye-bye. You can have a great day. I'm going to talk over you until that block kicks in. Yep, both of y'all gone. Like, I really don't understand who y'all, first of all, I don't know who y'all think y'all talking to. That's number one. Number two, I don't feel like y'all have enough anything to go and try to tell me what I've seen or what I haven't seen or what's cap and what's not cap. If I seen it with my own eyes, you think you're going to tell me that I didn't? The men that have the least societal power in this country, you going to tell me how to believe, what to think? I can't even imagine it. You can't even fight for your right to get pulled over and not get toe tagged. And you think you going to tell me something? You sit there and talk about how white supremacy is doing this, that, and the third to the black man, and your life is at risk, and this, that, and the third, but you love laying up with the oppressor's daughter. And you think you going to come over here and get the big nuts to me? If I was Caucasian, you'd be somewhere sucking my toes with my toes down your throat. Like, get out of here. Like, it's just ridiculous. That man that was up here, Major Flips, he sits there and talks about black women every day. Every single day, having a live talk about black women. Black women ugly, black women fat, black women obese, black women, nobody wants black women. But you now all of a sudden, you don't know that black men be out here talking about black women. Okay. And then he had his boyfriend up here, his lover that was up here freaking trying to unmute himself and talk. Is actually crazy. And this is a response to Damon314 in the comments that said, sisters signed up for this. They sold out to the system. Are you dumb? Like, honestly, are you dumb? Black men are the number one sellouts to the system. Y'all do nothing but procreate and put white people in your lineage forever. You go up there online and say everybody of every other race is better than black women. And then you move like that by putting them into your family structure for that will be forever there. So y'all are the biggest sellouts of all time. So you telling black women that she got some EBT, that's a sellout is ridiculous. Honestly, there are some women that had no choice because black men are the least employed race of man in the United States. So some of these women had no choice. So please stop it. Please stop it. Like history is not on your side. It really is not. And it's very upsetting that's not something that you understand. Truthfully. Oh my gosh. All right, let me block this person. Okay, let me go up here. Damon 304, you said who hurt you? You know what? I wish that y'all would like at least when y'all are trying to use these insults that y'all would like come up with something that's a little bit more, I don't know, unique that I have never heard before. Like what are you saying? Like I what does that mean? Like, honestly, what does that mean? Because I'm saying the truth? Because when y'all come up here and call black women fat, obese, nappy headed, you say that black women sold out. Did I ask you who hurt you? I already know that you hate black women, but I don't ask you who hurt you. So with the things that you said in the chat, who hurt you? Who hurt you, Damon? And then I'll tell you who hurt me. Who hurt you, Damon? Who hurt you, Damon? You said what? I couldn't hear you, Damon.
I said nobody hurt me, dear. I'm letting you know that I love black women.
Nobody
I don't know
hurt
what
me
you're
either,
talking about.
baby. Nobody hurt me either, Damon. Okay? Nobody hurt me either. So what was so now that we know. My goodness. So now that you know that nobody hurt me, Damon, then where do we go? Where do we go? Hold on. Damon, let me tell you something. I know that somebody hurt you because I'm looking at you in this picture. Okay? Overweight, unattractive, old and washed up, with a pair of sunglasses resting gently on his bell pepper nose. I know that somebody hurt you, Damon. So let's talk about why you're upset because the black women that you wanted wouldn't give you the time of day because they didn't want to ruin their family lineage and take the chance on having children that would grow up to be as unattractive as you are. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about that first, Damon, and then you and I can talk about whatever you want. Okay. So if we can talk about that first, let's talk about that. Just like somebody in the comments said that we can talk about your love of cheeseburgers and your love of collard greens and fried chicken and fried pork chops, that poke that's got your face swollen and bloated like that. Let's talk about your sodium levels, Damon. Let's talk about your LDL, the bad ones. Let's talk about your cholesterol. Let's talk about your A1C level. Let's talk about the fact that I can tell by the way that your double chin is resting on the collar of your shirt that you don't work out at all, that you don't go outside and do anything other than sit in front of your TV and look at LeBron James lustfully and drink Old English and malt liquors of different flavors. So let's talk about that, Damon. And I really would like to talk about that because I think I can help you. So let's talk about that, Damon. Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's talk about that and the fact that your obesity probably points to a deeper hurt that you haven't acknowledged, that you probably need to go get some therapy and they can unpack of why you find joy in eating, Damon, as opposed to finding joy in working out and being healthy. So let's talk about that.
So can we talk? Can I say something?
Yes. Tell me, Damon. What happened? What made you use
first
food
of all, as you were critiquing my looks, which I think
no, let's talk about it. Damon, what made you use food as an outlet for pleasure and company? Let's now I'll mute you. Let's talk about that. Why did you start doing that? And how can we help?
All right, can I speak now, or are you gonna keep talking?
Answer my question. That's the only thing you can speak on.
I'm gonna answer that for you.
Okay, go ahead.
Look, I'm big because I do very well. I drive an $80,000.
Okay, so you're big, you're fat. You do all of this $80,000 car, but you can't get a $20 membership at Planet Fitness. You can't bring up money to me, Damon. Because if you was really rich and balling like you were, you would take some of that money out of that $80,000 car that you got and take it to the gym. You would go right to Planet Fitness. That's the cheapest place that you can go to work out. And you would go there and matter of fact, you would just get their black card. You know what I mean? Where you can get to
And
use
I
like the
do
little
have a
free
Planet Fitness
massage
membership.
thing. You can use like the little water massage thing that you sit in and all of that. You can come in, whatever. You can always
You're
bring
a
in
bitter
guests.
baby
So
mama.
why
You're
don't you do
bitter.
that?
You're bitter.
So once again, let's talk about it, Damon. I don't want us to get off topic. You said that it was because
Well,
you were
let me
rich,
talk.
but it's
Well,
not
let me
because
talk.
you're rich, Damon. It's not because you're rich, Damon. It's because you have found love in food. And I really thought that we could have a conversation where I could get to the bottom of it so that I could help you, a fellow black man, a black king, as you would like to be called. Why couldn't we talk about that? Huh? Because you saying that you rich, you saying that you balling, but you can't get the $25 Planet Fitness black card? Huh? What? And if you couldn't get the black card, you could get the cheapest one. What is that, $9.99, y'all? I don't know. Why you couldn't do that? That's all I'm saying. Like, I'm confused. I'm bewildered. I'm flabbergasted. Okay? Yeah. Okay. You know what? Damon told me that I am out of his league. Oh my goodness. Or that he's out of my league. Excuse me. Damon told me that he is out of my league. Let me tell you something, Damon. You know what? You are right. You are out of my league because you are in what is it, the league where all the failed basketball players go? The D League? You're there. So if we're talking about that, yes, you're out of my league. There's no way in the world that I would entertain a man whose double chin rests on his collar. Like, let's be clear here, brother. No. But I'm gonna go ahead and block you, Damon. Okay? Oh my goodness. I'm about to add all you guys that are waiting in the box, okay? I'm adding all you guys up. Just 1 second, okay? I'm adding y'all all up. I did too much to Damon. I did too much. Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. Damon told me that he was balling. But Damon can't go to Planet Fitness though. Okay. All right, sir. You know you ain't balling. I know a doggone Vienna sausage neck when I see one. You be eating all that cheap meat, spam, Vienna sausages, hot dogs, and I mean the cheap hot dogs. I mean the bar S hot dogs or the hot dogs you get from Aldi's. Okay, stop the games. I know a cheap meat neck when I see one. You ain't eat no Wagyu. You ain't eat no salmon. You ain't eat none of that. You ain't eat no freaking. You ain't eat no snapper. Okay, I know you not. That is a doggone Vienna sausage neck. You know what? And let me respond really quick to North Star 111 that says, "Are you guys schmesbians?" You know what? You know what? You know a lot about it. You should ask your daddy. You should ask your daddy what he like. Cause I heard that your daddy was a power bottom. And that's the reason why you still doing it. North Star. So if you're very concerned with somebody's orientation, I guess that you have some confusion on your end. North Star. And it's always you old Negroes with the all gray beards that are so stupid. That's the reason why black men can't get anywhere, because the elder black men are complete idiots. Like, there's something wrong with y'all, like, for real. And it's so sad to see it. All right. So anyway, let me go ahead. I'm going to go back from the bottom to the top, you guys. So you guys all can go talk. Okay. So let me go to Chilotam. Go ahead, Chilotam. I'll start everybody at 2 minutes, you guys, so I can get all the ladies.
Okay, thank you. I'm cracking up. Oh my gosh. I'm cracking up so much. You read him for filth. No, but really though, I on a more serious note, it's very disappointing that even in a time like this, like, black men are not collectively coming together to say, okay, yeah, how can we, improve our community? They're always looking to women to do all the labor for them, and it's just like you're making fun of people who have government assistance, but they don't even work. Like, I live in a city that's mixed, right? Like, I could be coming back because I work from home and my schedule is very flexible. I could be coming home from the gym around 1 p.m., 2 p.m., and these people are on the streets. And I'm like, you don't have work to do. It's so embarrassing. It feels to me that as they get up in age, the more embarrassing they are. Like when, 40-year-olds, 50-year-olds try to talk to me, I'm just like very disgusted. And I've made a mental note in my head, and I'm like, people like whenever a man is unmarried and past the age of 30, to me he's like, yeah, you're I just know you're a horrible person, because it's I'm tired. I can't even begin to explain how tired I am. I watched the okay, I have like 30 seconds left. I watched the video you posted this morning on YouTube, and the dude with the red scarf thing that was trying to say, oh, women should keep quiet more. It just really infuriated me, because I was like, can these people like go build houses or something? Like, why do you even have a phone? Why are you on the internet? Anyway, I land here for now.
All right, I got you, Chilotem. I appreciate you, sis. All right, let me go up here to K-Love. Go ahead, K-Love. If you had anything to say, sis.
You just had me cracking up. And the fact that they come up here and they don't even have nothing of value to say. And another thing I wanted to point out is, like, you know how we see panels and they may be speaking of women that they've encountered in a negative way or whatever. It's like that saying, a hit dog gonna holler. Because why couldn't they come up here and say, yeah, I find it disgusting too? But they want to cheerlead this foolishness. And then they still say it in the comments, and then come up here and say that you're lying, we're making it up, we're bitter. And this is not even, most people on this panel, this is not even affecting us personally, but it's affecting us as a community as a whole. And they don't get that. They can't even connect those dots. It's shocking. But yeah, I love you. I love your, I love your commentary and your facts. I just love all of it. I'm here for it.
All right, thank you, sis. And I definitely agree with you. And I think that the reason why they don't, do what you said, like they don't come up here and say, that what's being said is wrong, is because they don't think that it's wrong. They're not sorry. They want all of these things to happen to Black women. And I think that they don't understand is that they'll never beat the allegations collectively of behaving in such a callous manner towards the women in their community. That they'll never beat the allegations that they don't care, and that the only thing they're trying to do is find some way to take advantage of Black women. And I would like you just said, that the women up here, I would venture to say we don't get EBT. Like, we're not receiving STAT benefits, so we're not going to be affected by that. But it's still upsetting to see broke men, poor men, men that are at the bottom of society laugh at somebody else, because it's like I said earlier, it's like, what are you laughing at? You in the same situation. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, that's very weird to me. It's like it would make sense for you to partner up or something like that and try to say, hey, let's build something, let's fix something. But you stay pointing at Black women as if people don't perceive you the same way. That's what I find to be totally weird. Like, I tell this to ladies all the time when I'm on the live panels. I follow a lot of manosphere groups. I lurk in there as underneath the male profile, the white ones, the Asian ones, the Black ones, all of them. And I can't tell you how many times in the Black red pill groups, there will be white T men that will post pictures of Black women or Black female celebrities with like monkey faces on them and call them like monkeys and apes and all of this type of stuff. And Black men will just be up there laughing. Oh, look at you, call them Black women monkeys. Squeeze me? You do know that they're talking about you too. Like, it's very weird that Black men feel like there's some type of separation. That is very strange to me. Like, I don't understand it. I literally, it just makes no sense. But let me keep going. Let me go up here to Rena next. Go ahead, sis.
Hey, how y'all doing? Good afternoon.
Hey.
Hey, so yeah, that video with the guy laughing about women losing their benefit, Black women specifically, because I don't know why he's only targeting Black women when it's white teen women on it, all non-Black women on it, but whatever. I was looking in the comments and I was like arguing back and forth with some people under there. There was some black BLK men under there pretty much saying like, oh, I thought y'all said y'all were independent. Y'all so independent. And this other black man said, BLK man said, well, y'all was bragging about y'all degrees and all this stuff, saying how well educated you are, and look at you now. And it's like, wait, so what does getting EBT have to do with independent? What? Like, kids starving should never be funny. People starving should never be funny. And there's nothing wrong with getting help, like, receiving help. Because they're like, well, that's what people get for depending on the government. Well, what is the government for? We're doing all this, paying taxes and things like that. I will hope that my money is going for the better good. Even if people are taking advantage of it, I know that it's feeding children and elderly, like people that are disabled. So I'm just confused as, maybe a mother fell on hard times and been put on leave and have to use, EBT in the meantime until she can get on her feet. I mean, everyone needs help. There's no shame in getting help. I don't understand what's wrong with receiving help, but to make this, like someone said, aha moment. Oh, because, and then a guy in the comments said, oh, I thought y'all picked the bear. Like, what does any of this have to do with a relationship? People losing benefits, it has nothing to do with a relationship. So why is it funny that children are starving, that people are about to go without food because of, the economy, now the president? Like, that's all I have to say.
All right, I got you, Rena. I appreciate you, sis. All right, let me go up here to Miss Cookie. Hey, Cookie, how you doing, sis?
Hey Trick, hey everybody. I'm gonna use my 2 minutes and then I really gotta go. But I just wanted to come and say hey and speak on the topic real quick. I feel like this is just projection for black men. I just think that they think if they just keep saying bad things about black women that, things like this will come to pass, but they don't understand that their broke buddies are on EBT and SNAP too. So they're going to be hungry also. So I don't understand like where they're getting all this bravado, but I also understand that they think they're going to get some of that $40 cat that most of them can't afford because they ain't got no jobs. So it's just, all of it is just projection, and they just want to tear black women down because they feel teared down by society and they don't want to go against the men. They keep making it known that the black women are their oppositions. These are the people they're competing with because that black women are outdoing them in educations and jobs and buying houses, and they're just upset. So since they're upset, they have to find a one up. And this is all they got because they don't want to compete with the other men. They don't want to compete with the other races of men. And when you explain to them that they are losing at large amounts to other men, they get angry and they want to say, "Oh, that's why you a baby mama and you want EBT." Well, so is your granny a baby mama and she on EBT. And I land my plane there.
All right. I got you, Cookie. And I definitely appreciate you. And I'm glad I got a chance to talk to you today. Let me go up here to Miss Ray Vay. Go ahead, Ray Vay.
Hey y'all! Oh my gosh, what a crazy live! So I actually wanted to speak on something that Veronica spoke about, but she's not in the chat anymore. It's just a really quick story time. I'm gonna try to get it done real quick. But once upon a time, a very long time ago, I was a lady of the night, and not in a schmexual way. I was just a dancer, but I was a dancer at a very, very high class gentleman's club in Massachusetts. So it was ironic that she said that, but I wanted to tell this story because one of the guys that was on your panel that was arguing with you and like talking about like women and sex work and all those things, they were really triggering because those are the type of BLK men that would like come in to the club, like expecting extras. So basically I had a situation, the only negative situation I ever had in this club in particular was with a BLK man. And he in his mind, I don't know why he thought that I was going to do schmexual services with him, but I never have and never would. And when I did a private dance with him, he had tried to get schmexual and said, "Oh, don't worry, I'm going to pay you for this." And I was like, immediately, no, I don't do that. I don't know where you got that idea. And it got to the point where luckily I worked at a really good club. It was very high class. So his ass got kicked right the hell out. and like rightfully so. But it's always those men, to me personally, that like they are very hateful towards BLK women, and they see us as just like an object, and they hate us so much. But they're the same people who will come into those spaces looking for a BLK woman for sexual services and be very aggressive, and almost to the point where like it's like scary for your personal like safety. So I just wanted to tell that story because it correlates with everything that we're talking about, especially that guy who was talking extremely slow. It's always those guys too. And that's where I land.
All right, I got you, Ray Bay. And it's so crazy that you said that, because when I looked up, it was like one of the articles where it was talking about like why SMEX workers don't service black men. They said that one of the reasons why is because they said one of the reasons why black women say they're not going to service black men is because black men have a inbred, or no, what is it? A built-in entitlement towards black women, where they feel like black women have to go above and beyond for them. So they said that they'll try to get them to do other things that they don't feel comfortable with and feel like that they're entitled to it. So just like how he felt like you should be doing something that you didn't even put on the menu that you're even doing that you would never do. That's exactly what was mentioned in the article. And that's exactly what I'm saying. But you can give black men a million different things that will prove your point on their psychology and pathology, and they'll still tell you that you're lying. And it just really doesn't make any sense. Like I can't fathom it. And I really do believe that that is the reason why a lot of the black community is in the state that it's in, because people have told black women for a long time, you're baby mamas, y'all don't do nothing, you're not educated, this, that, and the third. And what did black women do in response to that? They started becoming educated. They started going to college. They started doing these things. Then people were always saying, you know, black women, you're baby mamas, you're this, that, and the third. The birth rate for black women has gone down. More black women have opted out to not have children. The things that people say about black women actively work to fix or whatever. But black men never do it. They'll just tell you that you're lying. Even though there'll be a million stats, a million situations to prove your point, but they'll still say you're a liar. And that's right there, single-handedly, is the reason why there has not been any improvement on black men's state collectively over these decades after decades after decades. They stay the same, and they stay going down even worse because of that, because they refuse to take any type of accountability.
And one thing I just really, really wanted to say about that situation too, because there's just two more parallels.
I'll give you one more minute. Then I got to go back up there to everybody else. Okay. Oh, sorry. Oh, I muted you by mistake. Go ahead, Ray Vay. I'll give you another minute.
Okay, one thing I wanted to say too is just imagine all of these angry men that you have on your panel. Imagine all of that in your face. I just want to preface, when that happened to me, I was 19 years old, 140 pounds, soaking wet. I was extremely small and tiny. And I don't know why he thought he felt comfortable to try me, but I just want you to imagine somebody being very nice, like these guys claim to come up on your panel, right? They try to attempt to talk so sweet, but we're older now, so we can see right through that, you know? Just imagine that. And then imagine going to a private, close channels where somebody's like, starts taking their like clothes off, thinking that you're going to do something that you never even was mentioned. And then when you say no, that snap, you can literally see it in their face, in their body movement. Just imagine if I wasn't in a professional setting where luckily they had my back and they defended me. As soon as I screamed, the security snatched him the hell out. But just imagine I decided to just do this without that. Like, that's just so insanely scary. And that's where I land.
All right, I got you, Ray Bay. I'm glad that you were safe and you were able to get out of that situation. All right, let me go up here to Gabrielle. Go ahead, Gabrielle.
Yeah, could you actually come back to me after Kalandra and Unwritten? Is that okay?
Yeah, sure. No
okay,
problem,
yeah, thank
sis.
you.
All right, let me go up here to Kalandra. Go ahead, sis.
What's up, Trigger? How are you?
Hey.
I think it's because they're losers. Black men love to use the reason of government assistance as the reason why they say that destroyed the black community all the time. I don't know if y'all saw that video of that woman splitting a $5 meal deal between her 4 kids. And I don't know if y'all lived in that video, but it was literally a man in the driver's seat. Like, you couldn't give that woman $25 to buy those kids their own meal. So they like to say that government assistance is the reason for the destruction of black families. Whole time, most of them can't give their woman $25 to buy several meal deals for the kids. $40, yeah, because they broke. Number two, they're broke. That's why. Everything they say about us, yes. I'm telling you, a lot of videos I've seen of like people going out to buy groceries or food stamps, they have a man in the house. They be losers. And that video with that woman splitting those kids, having a man in the front seat, girl, at that point, you need to be by yourself. Because if he can't give you $25 to buy each of those kids a meal, and then for people to be in the comments about, well, is he their child father? It don't matter. The simple point of the matter is that if you're dating someone that has kids, you accept those kids. You're not riding in the front seat while she share a meal deal with those kids. Like at that point, you might well be by yourself. And everything they say about us really is about them. They be the most violent, the most crazy, and the most porous, and the dangerous.
All right, I got you. Kalandra, I appreciate you, sis. All right, let me go up here to Unwritten. Go ahead, Unwritten.
Hey girl, I just journalized, but I'm curious. Have you looked at the data on this in terms of the split between like who actually is receiving these benefits?
You mean who's receiving EBT?
I think the one that's up for discussion, the SNAP benefits specifically.
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, it's still white people that receive the highest amount of SNAP and EBT.
Yeah, but I mean regarding gender, like the latest on gender.
Okay. Let's see here. Percentage of SNAP recipients.
So I found an article, trace1.com, that's the source.
Okay.
Where this is 2025. The recipient by gender, for men receive 46% of SNAP benefits. 46%. And there is no actual data that breaks out of the gender or of the races that receive SNAP benefits. 26% go to Black people. However, there is no breakout of this percentage goes to Black women, this percentage goes to Black men. And so it could be, as a possibility, that Black men could be receiving more SNAP benefits than Black women. There's no data to verify it because there's no split. But the increasing trend of men getting on SNAP benefits has been growing every single year to now they are at 46%. So I've been seeing these videos and I'm like, is anyone doing the data, like the research behind it? Because we're just looking at Black women being the most impacted when I can't even verify that Black women would be the most impacted based off of the data that I'm seeing, because there's no split. So I think any commentary around, women, and you could guess and say, okay, Black women, if we go by that ratio, right? The 46 to the 54, but we can't say that gender split applies the same to each race. You see what I'm saying? It's just like they have two separate data sets of the split between gender and then the split between race. So I just find it a little bit like perplexing. Where is everyone getting this like assumption that this is, like Black women are going to be the most impacted here? I'm not seeing it just from my own, desktop research. Like I said, I just want to know if anybody else was looking into it, to kind of just dig it a little bit more into the numbers here, because I'm like, all these people making these videos, I'm like, y'all don't even know who's really getting hit, seriously. So I think they're just trying to anchor to this, the welfare queen stereotype, and thinking that, this is just solely one on women, but solely specifically on Black women, when I honestly don't think that that's the case based off of the data that I'm seeing. But yeah, just
Okay.
wanted to highlight that.
All right, I got you unwritten. I definitely think that you made a good point. I had said earlier that there is a higher percentage of black men living below the poverty line than there are black women living below the poverty line. Black men's rate is higher. But for some reason, like black women that are on EBT and SNAP and not gonna get it are gonna be able to lean on these ballerific black men that are gonna save them and buy them, $1,000 worth of groceries. Like what? It's not gonna happen. And the fact that, there are so many black men that choose to live in delusion and not in reality is really, it's upsetting to me, but I also find it quite admirable because it's like literally black men create their own reality that is not built on facts of any nature. Not at all. And when you give them things that are facts, they will actively argue with you about how that fact is actually not factual. It's real crazy. Like it doesn't make any sense to me. But yeah, it's just no way in the world that more black men are going to be living below the poverty line than black women are living below the poverty line. And then you're going to tell me you laughing. Cause what's funny? You broke. You broke and hungry too. And we're not going to talk about the many stories that I see on TikTok of black women who have everything going for them, have a job, have a place to stay, have a vehicle. The next thing you know, they got all of these hobosexuals stalking them and hawking them, trying to stay in their house. It's about to be wintertime. I can't wait to see all of the hobosexual stories that black women put up on TikTok. If you're a homosexual, you're definitely broke. Cause why you ain't got your own place? But let me go down here to Gabrielle. Go ahead, Gabrielle.
Yeah, sorry about that earlier. I was just going over something on my computer, but
Oh,
yeah,
no problem.
no, thank you. I definitely agree with what all the ladies in the chat were saying. At the end of the day, BOK males are not really in the position to be laughing. And even if they were, just from a moral or ethical standpoint, they shouldn't be. And the fact that they are, the fact that so many of them have come in this chat and actually tried to gaslight all of us and act like we don't see what we see in their videos, that we don't see. A lot of them have been openly saying stuff like, let's make DV legal again and let's have a situation where the police can come and know that we've, assaulted our wives, and just told us like, have a good evening, sir. I verbatim seen videos of them saying that too. When you add all of that together and put it on top of them celebrating the 300,000 BOK women who lost jobs, that really speaks volumes about who they are. And regardless of how things shake out with the EBT and the SNAP, I don't think we should forget about this. I don't think we should forget about this when there's like some inevitable thing that hits the news in like a year or two of like one of them getting into it with a police officer. Like, I really think we should remember this and not let the passing of time or, crazy stuff in the news or in the country is probably a more accurate way of putting it. I don't think we should ever forget this, because right now in this moment, they are showing us who they are. Like it should not matter that most of them are not doing better, but what matters most of all is the fact that they look at this as an opportunity to exploit, to take advantage of us, to, $40, them talking about $40 kitty cat, that really says it all. The fact that they have come in here and said that we're all just, SMEX workers, that we're all going to be poor. Like, they want to bring us down so badly, and there's no way around it. And like I said earlier, this is why when I hear about male on male violence, like, I don't care. I really don't. And I think that should become a more popular idea, because it's not even that they don't care about the loss of EBT. They are women who are on it. They're actively celebrating and actively saying, we can get in here, we can exploit, we can take advantage. They know that women who are on EBT, if these women were not on EBT, they would not deal with these males. And like, they're just lying in wait. Like, I guess the best way I can put it is that they are predators to the max. And just because one of them gets into it with a police officer, that does not make them a great guy or a great person or someone who's worth advocating for or, really giving a rip about. Like, this, in this moment, we're seeing who they are. And I just really hope that this is remembered, forever. But yeah, thank you.
All right, I got you, Gabrielle. I said this, I've given this story plenty of times. But for anybody that has not heard it, like I said earlier, I lurk in manosphere groups and stuff like that everywhere. And there was a story of a black woman who had lost her life at the airport. She was like a luggage handler, and her hair got caught in the like conveyor belt or something, and her head got crushed in there. And the comments that I saw from black men about that black woman losing her life, oh, she'll never wear a weave again. Ah ha ha ha. Another hood booger gone, and all of this other stuff. All of the comments that I saw blew my mind. I clicked on these men's profiles. They're black men. They got pictures where they're with their mom or they got daughters, and I'm just like, why would y'all say that? When I saw that, and I saw that like maybe 2 or 3 years ago, that's when I knew, not that I didn't already know, but I knew for sure, like, there are a lot of black men that truly don't like black women as people, and the only time they want to hold space with black women is if they can use them or take something from them in some way. And just like the guy in the comments, what's his name? Carrie Akeem or something like that, where he's talking about the fact that like too many black women are choosing like homosexuals or something like that. Like, shut up. And if that really gets on my nerves too, is because y'all sit there and try to brainwash black women from birth to accept a broke, no good Negro that don't have nothing to offer other than what's between his legs, and then y'all shame black women, who have standards. When a black woman says, oh, you got to take me out on a date, you got to come correct, you got to do this, that, and the third, y'all are demonizing and shaming those women for having standards. But now women need to stop choosing homosexuals when a lot of y'all are only that y'all are the true escorts, like somebody said earlier, because y'all slinging that wood for a place to stay and lying to a woman and making her think that you like her when you don't, just because you don't want to be out on the streets with a sign begging for $1. Like, y'all make me sick. Which is it? Do you want these women to accept y'all brokies, or do you want her to have standards? Because either way, you're going to demonize the woman regardless. And that's a huge, huge problem. But anyway, the fact that you all cannot stay on topic or stay on one, cohesive way of thinking, that is very annoying to me. It's very annoying because you twist whatever thing that you have to say to fit whatever you're trying to say. Like, which is it? Have a cohesive argument or a thought process. Hey, Coach T, how you doing? But yeah, like I said, the video that I saw today, honestly, was truly, truly disgusting. Sitting there like this old black man. And once again, this is another thing that I tell y'all, is that there is going to be no elevation with black men, because the elder black men, the black men that are supposed to be, giving the information or the knowledge to the younger black men underneath them, they are just as stupid, just as immature, just as ignorant. So none of the men are going to be able to move forward and be better. Cause I literally saw a man that looked old enough to be Methuselah's grandpappy talking about, yeah, these women gonna need us. They gonna need us. You just wait. I can't wait to see these black women hungry, and then when their kids is starving, when their kids need food, that's going to be when you going to be able to prey on them and get that $40 kitty cat. Like, honestly, I want to know how you could even maintain arousal, knowing that a woman is only entertaining y'all because she wants to feed her kids. You don't think that makes you a scumbag? You don't think that makes you a disgusting human being? But this is exactly what I mean. I really do believe that, like, the majority of men in general don't care about being decent human beings. They don't. They mind if you call it to attention that they're not decent human beings, but they don't really care about that, though. But anyway, like I said, I just Hopefully one day, eventually, there will be some type of elder black men that have some type of knowledge, intelligence, emotional intelligence to be able to pass down to the future generations. But let me go up here to Real Black Sheep. Let me start your timer, sir. Go ahead.
All right, so reading this prompt is listening to what you just said. I have to totally disagree. And I am 55 years old and I am single. I have never been married and I have no children. And the reason I have no children is because I never wanted a baby mama. Now, reason I never.
Wait, okay, Real Black, can I ask you a question? Are
Yeah.
you a virgin?
Fuck no.
Okay, so have you had intercourse with more than 3 women? Yes or no?
Yes. What
Okay,
kind
so then once again, then I would just want to say that everything that I said is true because you are a 55-year-old man that has no children, that's been having intercourse with women and not doing anything for them, not pouring anything into them
what do
other
you
than your
know about
semen.
me? Well, wait,
So once again,
what do
I
you
know
know?
what I know about you is that you are, and
Women like
I'll
you are
tell you.
fucked
I'll
up.
tell you. Okay,
You
I
are
see you're
fucked
not
up.
gonna. Okay, you're not gonna do that. So I'll just tell you about yourself, and you be dropped since you don't know how to regulate yourself. I will tell you about yourself right now, and it's very easy for me to do that. Hold on. Right. Just 1 second, you guys. I just got to get something prepped, you all. Just one moment. Okay. All right. So let me tell you about yourself, sir. I'll tell you, you are an old, bald-headed, washed up old man who in his prime years spent your time putting your penis inside of women and not giving them anything, not pouring into them, not making them your wife, not giving them anything out of the deal other than siphoning their energy like an energy vampire. So you are exactly what I'm talking about. You're the cautionary tale. If you were going to do anything, you could tell younger black men not to be like you, not to be a man that is about to be a senior citizen that has nobody, that has spent his time using up women. Is the reason why you said I don't have any kids because I didn't want to make a baby mama. Well, shouldn't you also not want to run around and waste women's time? You get what I'm saying? So it's just like it's just like y'all old bald-headed men with sunglasses on in your car that I can tell by the whole way you're holding your face that you ain't no good. You ain't worth the skin that you in. And I can guarantee you that the women that you have engaged with, if I had a chance to talk to them, they would have some stories to tell. So really, what are we talking about? You're exactly the type of man that I'm speaking of. Like, this is what I'm saying, that black men, the older black men, have did nothing with their life and cannot impart any type of knowledge or information to the younger generation. What information can you give them about how to be an old washed up loser that never did anything for a woman properly or treated her correctly or created a family? Like, what in the world can you tell the younger men? How to be an F-boy? How to be a future nursing home resident that nobody comes to visit? What exactly can you provide to the younger men? Nothing. That's exactly, you proved my point. Oh my gosh. That's why I asked you if you were a virgin. Now, if you said that, I would have never said nothing. I would have respected it. But of course, I know with the fact that black men are extremely undisciplined sexually, that definitely wasn't going to be the case. So what are we talking about? What are we talking about? Please, I honestly, let me know. My goodness, this is just so crazy. Like, I really just, it's ridiculous. Like, what? Oh, okay. Okay, we'll see how long this lasts. Blood. Go
Okay,
ahead.
so I got a question, man. So like, can you like catch me up on what happened? Like, I just like got here, so like, can you catch me up on like what's been said so far? What's your thoughts? Like, I don't.
You know what? I sure can't catch you up, Blood Wraith. I can't. Let me tell you. Just hold on. Blocked. I only said it just so it would take time. That's what I caught you up on, the block button. Bye. I blocked him from the chat. Yeah. Why would I catch you up on anything? What is wrong with you? Why would I catch you up on anything? I will catch you up on, you know what, D. I will catch you up on D. D's nuts. D's nuts. Oh. Let me stop acting immature, y'all. My bad. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm really doing too much. Ooh, child. He really thought I was about to explain. He really thought I was about to explain. He thought wrong. He thought wrong. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me. Naturally, you said you thought I was. Oh man, sis, you gotta have faith in me. You gotta have faith in me, sis. You gotta have faith in me. All right, let me go over here to Calandra. Oh my gosh, did you have anything to say, Calandra? Lord have mercy. She might be doing something. Lord have mercy.
That man was going to be on that wild type of time because old men are the reason why we're in the situations that we're in. I knew he was going to come up here on that foolishness, and I was right. Because how did you sit up there and say, I don't have kids because I didn't want a baby mama, but you were having intercourse with women, marrying those women wasn't an option for him? Like, was marriage never in the cards with those women? Triggered, like, that's my question for them. Like, is marriage not an option?
You know, the crazy thing is, Calandra, is that most black men are not marriage minded, and the statistics prove that, but they will still use marriage as a weapon against black women. Why are you not married? Excuse me, sir.
Are you
do
marrying
know.
them?
Exactly.
Are you marrying them?
Exactly.
Because,
It's
I
crazy.
mean, in order for a person to be married, wouldn't somebody have to ask them for their hand?
That's what I'm saying. I never understood it. Like, you cannot be the least married race of man in the United States and then use that to shame the women in your community. You can't do
Because
it.
you're the men that's not marrying those women.
Exactly.
Like, they can't marry themselves. Like, but I definitely agree with you, Sugar. They're not marriage minded. I will say that. And at the end of the day, the only reason why they have so much to say about this EBT stuff is because they like to use that as the reason to mess up the black family. But like I said, and I will keep saying, a lot of women that I know who is on assistance, they have a man in the house. Like, a man is right there in the house with them. But that just shows how blues they are, because there's no way possible you got up here and said that. And then he sounded like he was a little on the illiterate side too.
Yeah. And I think he was proud of it too. That was what was blowing me, is that, like, you're proud of what you're saying, but actually what you're saying is proving my point. So I don't even like, and that's what's crazy is that they're so out of touch and so unable to make a thought. Like, I think that they're not able to critically think. So, you know, like, sometimes when people ask me a question, I can tell what road they're trying to lead me down when they ask me the question. I don't even feel like he was even smart enough to even put it together. Like, he should have been, but unfortunately he wasn't. Let me go up here to Unwritten. Did you have anything to say, sis?
Yeah, I just noticed how he didn't state that he just didn't want a wife. Immediately just said baby mama. And it's just unfortunate that this is where we're at, or I guess where we've been for a while. And yeah, continue doing what you're doing. I think this is bringing awareness that's needed. But yeah, that's all I got.
All right. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate you, Unwritten. You guys, I think I'm going to end the live, y'all. Because I mean, what else can I say about this, y'all? To be honest, like, truthfully, I really, this conversation was very entertaining for me today. Like, I think I had a little bit too much fun today, y'all, because the men, they were just really cracking me up. Like, they always crack me up, but I don't know. It was just something about today that was just too funny. It was just too funny. Like, for real. Hey, Anthea. Yeah, it was just too funny. But anyway, you guys, I might come back a little bit later. If I don't come back later today, I might come back tomorrow. But I already know that guy that was in here earlier, Major Flips. Oh, and if anybody doesn't know, I do have a YouTube channel. If you guys want to check it out, the link is in my bio. All you do is click on my page. It will take you back. I do upload a video every day at 6 a.m. So check it out. But I will say, like I said, the guy that was up here that was in the earlier stage, if you guys were here, Major Flips, I see him making videos about lives about Black women every day, degrading them, talking about them, allowing other men to say horrible things, and has the audacity to have a Black woman in, his have a picture of a black man in a black woman in his profile picture. So I don't know what's up with that, but I did drop him and block him. So ain't no telling what type of life he didn't had about me today. But I don't care though. I don't care. People don't like me all the time, and I really don't even know why, because I stay away from personal attacks. For the most part. Now, I'm not, well, let me take that back. I do personal attacks, but I'm just saying, if you want to have a conversation and a debate, we can do that first, but then after that degrades, then then it goes to the personal attacks. But I don't really do lives where I talk about Black men being, I talk about individual Black men, to come up here and say something stupid about them being ugly and stuff. And I will always do that because a lot of Black men need that. But I'm saying, like, you don't see me do prompts about, like, why are Black men obese? Why are Black men nappy headed? Why are Black men cutting off their hair and shaving it down? Do they not love their natural hair? I don't do things like that. I would rather talk about exactly what's going on, that's going on in the community, so that there can be awareness and that people can know not to put it on Black women, because Black women too often share in the sins of Black men, and they should not. So, I do that, but it is what it is, y'all. Oh, naturally. Oh, thanks so much, sis. Yeah, they always doing that. Like, I've been getting hated on for the longest. And I always find it to be crazy how much men really take offense to what I'm saying. Because most of the men that take offense to the things that I say have said far, far, far worse about Black women. Like, for real, for real. I know that Major Flips guy that was up here that was so upset, that was talking about Cap and all this other stuff. He has said, I have seen lies where they have said so many terrible things about Black women. I'm talking about tearing Black women up from the rooter to the tutor. Talking about their face, their bodies, their hair, their personalities, their life, the kids, everything. And it's just like, okay. So you have a problem with what I'm saying, but not about what you say on your platform every day? Yeah, okay. But yeah, anyway. Oh, thanks for watching the video, naturally. All right, you guys, I'll get out of here. I hope that y'all have a great Monday. And if you're a Black woman, I just want you to know I'm sending you nothing but love, light, and positivity. Black woman, you are beautiful. You are amazing. You are special. You are valuable. You are elegant. You are the blueprint, and don't let anybody else tell you otherwise, because if you were not the blueprint, they wouldn't be talking about you every single solitary day. Huh? All right. I love y'all. See y'all later. And thanks to all the beautiful ladies that came up here on the panel today and gave their perspectives and thoughts. I just want y'all to know that every Black woman that came up here and shared her thoughts and perspective, I really appreciate y'all. And thank y'all for taking the time to share your thoughts with me. I love all of y'all. I really mean that.